Garrett Mitchell with a nice defensive play to end the top half of the fourth inning. Got the middle of the order coming up, starting with Jake Bauers. Second time through against Holmes. And he pops up the first one, foul. T-Mobile coverage cam rock. Great route by Mitchell. Played it perfectly.
Yeah, he did. He knew exactly where he was in that warning track. Perfectly timed leap. I don't think it would have left the ballpark, but took extra bases away from Rosario.
Put an end to that inning after just the solo homer. As Bauers pops it up, this is in play. Orlando Arcia makes the catch. One gone. Willie Adames now, just 2 base hits for the Brewers offense against Grant Holmes.
Yeah, Brewers have an embarrassment of riches in center fielders, don't they? I mean, take your pick. Amazing athleticism. I mean, they get great jumps, good hands, good throwing arms. Blake Perkins, Garrett Mitchell.
Sal Frelick's been out there a number of times this year, too. And just straight go get it.
Yeah, a lot of speed everywhere in that outfield for the Brewers.
We talk about it a lot, about the pitching staff. The Brewers have had 30-plus pitchers that have worn their uniform this year, 16 different starters. But you can do that with the arms when you have a great defense behind you. That's been a cornerstone of this franchise for the last few years.
Now, teams that have good team earned run averages are always going to have good defense. I know that errors create unearned runs, but I'm talking about plays that should be made that sometimes are not, that are called base hits. The Brewers and the Atlanta Braves, they take away a lot of base hits.
And convert the routine out.
Yeah, good defense doesn't always mean, not committing errors. It's taking base hits away.
One of the game's best right here, Willie Adames, trying to get the Brewers offense going against Grant Holmes. And he popped that up. Matt Olson out number 2. Now quick message from Rally House.
Shop Rally House for the best selection of team gear and local gifts. From the most popular styles to the hottest trends, there's something for every fan at Rally House.
Here's Jackson Chourio. Base hit to left field. 8 straight retired since then. Chourio fouls it away. For Holmes, the most pitches he had thrown in a big league game this year was 52. That was in his last appearance in Cincinnati. He's an out away from getting through 4 innings in a big league game for the first time in his career. Chourio to the right side. Duvall nearing the line makes the catch, and the Brewers go in order again. 9 straight retired by Grant Holmes.
We're back at American Family Field, and the Brewers Community Foundation will be collecting new socks during the August Drive for Charity coming up Friday, August 9th through Sunday, August 11th. You can donate new socks or make a $10 contribution during the event and receive a collectible Willie Adames pin. And the Drive for Charity is presented by the BCF's Leadership Council.
Thanks so much, Sophia. Adam Duvall leads it off. Colin Ray working in inning number 5. Solo homer to Marcell Ozuna in the 4th. Only run of the ball game to this point. Duvall, even in the count, of ball and a strike. A couple different tours in Atlanta for Adam Duvall. Originally a Giant. Went to Cincinnati in the Johnny Cueto trade. Brewers saw him a ton as a Red. Atlanta, Boston, Miami for a bit.
He's always had power.
Check swing didn't go. 2-1. Remember him being in the home run derby when the All-Star game was in San Diego. Going up against the likes of Giancarlo Stanton. Duvall was in that mix. A couple of 30-homer seasons as a Red.
Mm-hmm. That's a good ballpark to hit homers.
Ground foul, 3-2. A couple of years ago between Miami and Atlanta, combined to hit 38 homers, drove in 113. Got him looking through that sweeper, and Duvall couldn't pull the trigger.
Boy, the last couple of starts, that has been a money pitch for Colin Ray. Really good against the Cubs, as we've chronicled tonight. And check this one out. Ends up at the hip, ends up catching the bottom of the strike zone, pretty much down the middle. Completely freezing out Adam Duvall. Good pitch. It's a lot of break on that.
It's Orlando Arcia now drew a walk and led off the 3rd inning. Just 3 base runners for the Braves. 2 total base runners for the Brewers in this game against Grant Holmes. Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel for the first 4+ innings of this one. And Arcia to deep left center. Mitchell running out of room, and Arcia goes deep. That is his 9th. Couple of solo home runs for the Braves.
Two-seam fastball right down the middle. Arcia didn't miss it. A couple of solo shots given up by Colin Ray. Ends up right down the middle of the plate, and Arcia barrels it up.
First time that Colin Ray has allowed multiple home runs in his start since June 21st in San Diego.
They'd only given up 1 home run this month.
That went out to right for Alvarez. Tracking is Frelick. 2 away. Back to the top of the order, Jared Kelenic. Home runs were a big issue for Colin Ray a year ago. He has done a much better job of keeping the ball in the ballpark this season.
16 home runs, including the 2 tonight.
Swing and a miss, splitter. Just the second time he's allowed multiple home runs since April.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been available He's been able to make every start. There have been times when they've used an opener for him. But every time he's asked to go out on the mound, he's been able to do it. He's been able to stay healthy.
Kelnick to Bowers at first. Nice pickup. And Kelnick is 0 for 3. Another home run from Atlanta. Solo shot from Arcia. Halfway home, it's 2-0 Braves. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Bally Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Habish, and Rotier, personal injury attorneys, national reputation, hometown service. And by Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Grant Holmes gets strike one on Garrett Mitchell. Trying to get the offense going. 9 straight retired by Holmes. Strikeout for Mitchell back in the second inning. They had an opportunity. Runners on the corners. Nobody out in the second. And came away empty. Right down the middle for strike 2.
This guy's been impressive his first Major League start. Really has. A lot of fastballs that have caught an awful lot of the plate. Must be a little deception in that delivery. Yeah, 6 runs for the Brewers in yesterday's game. You had a sense that the offensive woes were a thing of the past. They hadn't really been able to do much offensively since they left Minnesota.
Through the order, all the outs were recorded on strikeouts. They're putting the ball in play at least the second time through.
And breaking pitch right there at our half, and good defense by Grant Holmes.
Rhys Hoskins takes strike 1. He is hitting the corners with much consistency. For Holmes, he had gone 5 innings twice this year, both in the minor leagues. And back-to-back appearances, last time at Durham, June 4th. Didn't get it all, but it got out anyway, and the Brewers are on the board.
He's got the home run stroke down, a slider that's pretty much down the middle. And for a guy like Rhys Hoskins, he does not have to get all of it. A little bit down on the end, nice short stroke, and flies into the Brewers bullpen. There you go, Brewers on the board.
18th home run for Rhys Hoskins. 14th against Atlanta since 2018. Ball and a strike on Sal Frelick. Third home run of the homestand for Reese. Sal was trying to follow it up. 1-2.
Starting to be more like the Reese Hoskins that we remember as a Philly.
Frelick gone on strikes. Strikeout number 8 for Holmes.
Nasty curveball. Check this pitch out. Man, that thing drops. Very late, very quick.
Joey Ortiz. Takes ball 1. Recent acquisition, Nick Mears playing catch in the Brewers bullpen. 73 pitches for Colin Ray is all. Got the heart of the order coming up, though, for Atlanta. Riley, Ozuna, and Olsen.
Man, Mears looks like he's getting ready to come into the game.
Ortiz on the ground to second base. 2 hops, and Alvarez throws him out. Brewers get 1. Rhys Hoskins, 18th home run of the season. 2-1 ball game as we head to inning number 6. Hoskins, he's been doing it all on this homestand. Two to one. Rhys Hoskins getting the Brewers on the scoreboard. That solo home run. Colin Ray back out for the 6th to face Austin Riley. Pop up in a strikeout for Riley. Had Nick Mears loosening last half inning. As Riley takes outside. Now Hobie Milner is playing catch.
Interesting, huh? I mean, Mears looked like he was coming into the game. I mean, he was getting hot quickly.
See how this inning transpires. The 2-0 launched foul. 2-1. All the runs in the ball game on solo homers. Riley pops it up the silo. Terang can't find it. Adames comes in. He makes the catch. One away. Terang put those hands out. That's a helpless feeling. Well, every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Hoskins with another solo homer. 54 RBIs now for Hoskins.
Yeah, that's a tough sky out there right now. Twilight. I think the players would probably have preferred the roof to be closed. Of course, it did cool things off quite a bit once they opened it. They do it for the fans, you know.
Rightfully so. It's all for the fans.
Right. As well it should be.
Marcelo Ozuna hit his 31st home run of the season his last time up.
This is a guy you got to be real careful with. I mean, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure that one out. But the way this guy's swinging the bat this year, do not give him anything to hit.
And that missed low. 3-1. Again, it's not just the power, too. It's the base hits. He's hitting it all over the place.
He's got an on-base percentage over 380. It's outstanding.
And he draws a walk.
Don't blame him. Let somebody else get driving the runs, not him.
They got Milner ready in the bullpen. And here comes Pat Murphy. He's going to make the move. Coming out with Matt Olson scheduled to hit. Two of the next three hitters for Atlanta, left-handed. So Hobie Milner, one of the couple of lefties in that Brewers bullpen, three of them now. He is coming in. 5 1/3 from Colin Ray. Good outing. Man at first is his responsibility when we come back. Colin Ray looking on from the Brewers dugout, trailing 2-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Numbers so far for Colin Ray. Runner at first base, his responsibility. Our Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all call to the pen, brings in Hobie Milner. Good over his last 3 appearances.
Yes, he has. He has not allowed a run in his last 3 appearances. That covers 5 innings. You saw Hobie in yesterday's game against the Marlins. He tossed a 3-up, 3-down 8th inning that included a couple of strikeouts.
He has been the guy that Pat Murphy has called on the most this year when inheriting runners. 13 of his 33 inherited runners have scored.
That's pretty good.
He's got Olson in his sights, and that's ball 1.
Yeah, had a stretch there where he was getting a little bit too much of the plate, falling behind, giving up some runs, but for the most part, Mr. Consistency for the last 3 years with Milwaukee.
Now behind 2-0 on Olson. Swing and a miss.
Right after him, didn't he?
Just 15 homers, 48 driven in for Olson this year. And takes a sweeper for a strike. uses his timeout. Struck him out. Came back to get Matt Olson. Sean Murphy coming up. Let's check out tonight's Rolaids relief stats. Lowest reliever earned run average in the big leagues this year. Cleveland #1, then Atlanta in Milwaukee.
It's been a banner year for the Brewers bullpen, and they've done it.
And Hobie Milner faces two batters, gets them both out, and strands the runner at first. Bottom of the 6th on the way in Milwaukee.
Hey, the world of Harry Potter meets the ballpark for one night only at the Brewers Harry Potter Night on August 16th. Fans who purchase a special ticket will take home a Harry Potter themed Brewers jersey. Get yours at brewers.com/theme nights.
Which house are you in, Rock? Harry Potter house.
Slytherin.
Good call.
How about you? How about you?
I feel like I'm more of a Ravenclaw kind of guy.
Yeah.
This is Jesse Chavez, 33rd appearance for the 40-year-old. Been awesome in a Braves uniform.
Slytherin, yeah. Last appeared in the game a couple of days ago against the Mets. Scoreless inning. The veteran right-hander, Jesse Chavez. Good season for him.
All about location with Chavez.
Pretty good two-seamer. A lot of movement.
And to shallow center, a base hit for Bryce Terrain. That's a good start against Chavez.
There you go, top of the order. See if the Brewers can get something going. Stayed right on it. Looked like a changeup going away from right off the end of the bat. Let's go with that top hand, levels that bat out, and dumps it into center field.
Leadoff man on for just the second time for the Brewers. And Contreras takes outside. Facing Chavez for the first time. Runner goes. Throw to second base. Late. 30-second steal from Bryce Terrain.
Yep, wrong side of the bag. If it's on the other side of the bag, I think he gets him. The Brewers have had a relatively rough homestand in stealing bases. Got thrown out a few times by the Marlins. Able to swipe second here.
There he is for Contreras, and a good stop by Murphy. Saved 90 feet from Terang on that backhanded pick. It's 3-0 on Contreras. And that's ball 4. Contreras didn't know.
Didn't know it. Didn't know the count.
I was questioning myself for a moment. Alfonso Marquez, take your base. First walk of the game for a Brewers hitter.
Gives you a sense of how good Holmes was today. You know, Holmes did not have a 3-ball count. Pretty amazing work.
It was awesome for 5 innings.
It was.
Career high, 8 strikeouts. Bowers fouled in the left field line. Jake Bowers has been having consistently good at-bats for the last couple of weeks now, earning this spot in the middle of the order with no Christian Yelich. That's paint. It's 0-2. Brewers have seen some calls not go that way for them. Jake Bowers, last 26 games, an average of almost 300.
Yeah, look at the walks. Getting on base a lot.
Ground ball hit softly to second base. Alvarez out is the call at second. Runners are going to be on the corners. Close play at second base.
Well, that was like slow motion from Nacho Alvarez. I don't think he had a really good grip on the baseball, but the Braves had the right guy running to second base. Contreras not that fast.
They will not challenge. How close was it?
Not much of a throw, was it? That just did get him, not by much.
Almost threw a knuckleball
I don't
over
think
there.
he had a very good grip on the baseball.
Well, RBI chance now for Willy Adames. See if the Brewers can cash in. Tying run at third with great speed. Strike one to Willie. Infield single and a pop-up for Adames. Fouled it away. Here's the cutter. Toss to first. Terang extends from third as Bauer is able to get back. Fouled it away. That was a hanger.
Yes, it was on a 0-2 pitch. Just pulled the string on him at 76 miles an hour.
Fly ball deep left center. Goodbye. Number 17 for Willy Adames. And the knack for the 3-run bomb, he's got it.
Another huge home run for Willy Adames. That was on a cutter. Stayed in on him, and he got all of it. He knew it as soon as he hit it.
Life back in the ballpark. Willy Adames, a 3-run homer in the 6th. Churio takes away for ball 1.
So much for that start for Grant Holmes, right? As good as he was, you get him out of the game. The bullpen comes in, a good bullpen at that. Just somebody other than Holmes, and the Brewers are able to capitalize.
Just saw the graphic. Brewers and Braves number 2 and 3 in Major League Baseball with their bullpen earned run averages. And for the Brewers, with the second most innings in Major League Baseball from their pen. Churio fouled it away.
Usually those two things don't jive, right?
Here's the swing.
There it is. The cutter stayed in, and Willie Adames gave it a ride way back.
He has hit so many big home runs to give the Brewers the lead late in games. Churio to third. Riley makes a nice play. Top spin ground ball to Riley, 2 away.
That wasn't an easy play. Stayed back, got the tricky hop. That ball looked like it had some top spin on it.
All the runs in this ball game coming on homers. 2 solo shots for Atlanta. Solo and a 3-run shot for the Brewers. And for Adames, his 8th 3-run home run of the season. Pick up a lot of RBIs when you hit a bunch of 3-run homers.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of 3-pointers.
Swing and a miss. Runners in scoring position now for Willie Adames. An OPS over 1,000. Mitchell grounds out to first base. How is that not a foul ball?
I mean, why did Olsen take so long to get there? I think he thought it was foul.
I think Alfonso Marquez is holding up with the Brewers right now to see whether or not they're going to challenge this play. That took a funky bounce in the batter's box.
I don't think Matt Olson, the first baseman, thought it was a fair ball. He thought it was foul. He didn't even go to first base.
And Alfonso Marquez is saying your time's up. You can't challenge.
Too late.
So Alfonso Marquez was looking at the timer. It's going to be an out, 1-3, and the inning is going to be over. Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief, says you ran out of time, Murph. No challenge. Brewers take the lead on the Adames home run as we go to the 7th. Ready to roll. Ramon Laureano is going to pinch hit for the Atlanta Braves. Let's go back to this play that ended the last half inning. You be the judge. It hit his foot or no?
Certainly did. Hit his toe. Good angle on it.
Brewers wanted to challenge. Told they were out of time to challenge. You get 15 seconds to make that decision. So it goes down as a 1-3 put out. Ends the inning. There's Laureano's numbers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Laureano hitting for Eddie Rosario to open up the 7th.
Question I have is, it hit his toe. Why did he run?
Right. Why don't you sell that more?
You got to sell it like it hit his foot. I would imagine the home plate umpire would have bought it, especially when it actually did hit his foot.
Fouled away by Laureano.
Don't run.
Milner staying in. Got to face at least one hitter in the inning since he started it. Got Duvall next, then Arcia. 3 straight right-handed hitters. Peguero's ready in the Brewers' pen. Maybe one and done for Milner. It's outside. You get Rosario out of the game. Laureano in.
Good exchange for the Brewers.
Two-run lead to play with in the 7th. And where'd that miss? Away? All right, ball 4. And here comes Murph. But first, a quick word from Quick Trip.
Earn free Brewers tickets with Quick Trip to the ballpark. Visit quicktrip.com/ballpark for full details.
Elvis Peguero's coming into this ball game in the 7th inning in relief of Hobie Milner. Tying run coming to the plate with Adam Duvall. 4-2 Brewers. Hobie Milner, 2/3 of an inning, responsible for the runner at first. They've got a 2-run lead, and Elvis Peguero on the mound for Brewers. Peguero worked Saturday against Miami.
They allowed a 3-run home run to Josh Bell. That was in the 7th inning. He's been terrific, though. At 348 earned run average, game number 42 for Elvis. Be interesting to see how Pat Murphy gets to the finish line. Trevor McGill on the injured list. Devin Williams threw yesterday. And we'll see how they work it.
Pat Murphy is not wanting to see Devin Williams in back-to-back games yet. Still a ways away from that. First pitch ball inside. First and foremost, you got to get Duvall here if you're Elvis Peguero. Brewers just took the lead in the bottom of the 6th. First lead up.
His baseball to get the good hop, and look at the throw by Bryce Terang, how quickly he gets rid of that ball, gets it in and out of his glove, and on its way to first with something on it. That was a nice double play.
You won't find a better double play going around the horn.
Started out with Joey Ortiz charging that baseball. If he waits back, they don't get him. They don't get the double play, but Well done.
Orlando Arcia homer his last time up in the 5th. Figueroa, ground ball guy, got the ground ball he needed from Duvall. Now falls behind 2-0 on Arcia.
Just amazing arm strength by Bryce Terang, flat-footed.
Ground ball right side. Bowers stays down. Take it to the bag. Nice job by Elvis Figueroa. Gets 3 outs while facing 2 batters. Time to stretch in Milwaukee. Four to 2 Brewers as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher is on for Atlanta. Left-hander Aaron Bummer. Got him from the White Sox. 37 appearances this year for the Braves.
Yeah, hasn't given up a run since July 2nd. Last time out a couple of days ago against the Mets. 2 scoreless innings. Gave up a base hit and 3 punch-outs. He gets a lot of ground ball outs.
First pitch down and away on Rhys Hoskins. Homered his last time up in the 5th. Got the Brewers their first run of the game. His 18th home run. And takes a strike. Statcast powered by Google Cloud. Here is that home run in the 5th.
It dropped that one into the Brewers bullpen. Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it.
All the runs coming on homers today for both teams. Fouled away by Hoskins. Defensive change with Duvall sliding over to left field. And Ramon Laureano staying in the ball game in right. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball from Bummer. 1 gone in the 7th.
And not a hard thrower. Relies on sink, and his breaking pitch right here ends up down and in. And a tough arm angle for lefties.
Got a lefty here in Frelick. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. 2 strikeouts for Frelick, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Sal, who hit 3rd a couple of days ago, now in the 8th spot. A lot of this because of just lineup construction, the way that Frelick can handle left-handed batters.
Well, Pat Murray's just trying to find a lineup that's going to work for him without Christian Yelich. That is a big bat to be without.
Took it with him, first base side, and it's down the right field line. Frelick trying to get to second base, and he'll make it.
Yeah, beautiful bunt. Not a bad play by Bummer, but the flip out of the glove wasn't on the mark. I'll tell you, Olsen, very fortunate that he didn't jam a hand or jam a wrist. And Frelick recognizing that ball going against the wall and foul ground, able to get to second base.
Ball hit the back of Frelick's helmet. Watch this. Runs right into it.
Yeah.
And if Sal is 6'3" instead of 5'11", you're right, Olsen's arm is in bad shape.
Yeah, no kidding. And there's one of the reasons why, the Major League Baseball made those bases bigger. Giving the first base a little bit more room to get out of the way and still stay on the bag. That avoided a big collision right there.
30.9 feet per second for Sal Frelick up that first baseline. That's moving.
Base hit and an error.
Joey Ortiz RBI chance and takes a ball. Pretty good pitch there.
Yeah.
Big run at second base late in this game. 1-1 on Ortiz. One and two. Three heaters from Bummer. Ortiz has yet to see the breaking ball.
Yeah, best velocity right there, 94.
Foul. 95 from Bummer. Brewers bullpen has Nick Mears loosening again. Mears was loosening earlier in the game, prior to the sixth. Runner goes, and it's fouled at home plate. Ortiz hobbling around. Frelick would have had the bag stolen, but protect mode for Ortiz.
And with two strikes, you got to swing if it's close.
Back foot.
Yeah, that ball ended up. Watch where this ends up. Big break. Pounded it right off his foot.
To center field. Kelnick. It's over his head. Frelick will score with ease. Ortiz on his way to third. A triple for Joey Ortiz.
He misplayed that one badly. Ortiz hit that ball a lot harder than Kelnick figured. It goes over his head. Then he falls down in center field, allowing Joey to get to third base. How about that swing right there? Ball down. He golfs it on out of here. Look at him. Goes in. Now has to go back and then falls down. That's a big run the Brewers just put on the board.
Infield up now for Atlanta. Terang squares, pops up a bunt. Caught by Olsen. Throw to third. Good pick by Riley. Brewers trying to sneak a run by Atlanta, but the popped up bunt caught by Olsen.
Yeah, good idea. Just bad execution. Pops it up. And look at Joey Ortiz able to get back. I thought he was dead to rights, but Olsen had to throw it from his backside. And not on the mark.
Riley made an outstanding play to come off the bag and knock that ball down from going into the left field corner. They're going to walk Contreras intentionally to get to Bowers to face Bummer. For 3 for Bowers. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time. Ground ball right side. Olsen's there. Nearly blew out a tire as he was trying to plant his foot. Gets the out. Brewers get one on the Joey Ortiz triple. 5-2 as we go to the 8th. Toyota game reset. Game started with a flurry of strikeouts from Grant Holmes, and then the Brewers started hitting some homers. Rhys Hoskins and Willy Adames. That made it 4-2. RBI triple by Joey Ortiz. Made it 5-2 as we've reached the 8th inning, and we get the Brewers' debut of right-hander Nick Mears. Just picked him up from the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, picked him up on Saturday, exchanged for a couple of pitchers. You can see his numbers overall, but his last handful of appearances, actually last 12 appearances, he's posted a 180 earned run average. Always have to take with a grain of salt a pitcher's ERA in Colorado.
18 strikeouts in 15 innings of work during that stretch, Rock. Nacho Alvarez, the batter, and he popped it up. Willy Adames, one away. Check in with Sophia, who's got more on the new Brewers right-hander Nick Mears.
Yeah, the overall numbers are a little skewed for him, coming in with an earned run average over 5, but he gave up 14 earned runs over 3 different appearances. So if you throw that out, he has a 293 earned run average. And something that he shared yesterday when he spoke to the media is that he found out just before the All-Star break from a member of the Cincinnati Reds who told one of his teammates that he was tipping his pitches. And so I asked him about that. And he said one of those appearances where he really struggled was against the Twins. He gave up 5 runs in a third of an inning. And he said the results just didn't make sense to him because of how he felt he was executing his pitches. He thought he had good command, and just the feedback he was getting from the hitters, it didn't add up. So he went back and watched the tape, realized the mistake that he was making. So he said that when he was coming set with his fastball, he kept the glove pretty close. So then he would fan the glove open when he was going to his off-speed pitches. So he's gone to more of a flutter. You see him do that there in his setup to try to just keep himself from doing that. So he said once he made that adjustment, much better results.
A long foul ball from Jared Kelenic makes it a 1-ball, 2-strike count. It's amazing that somebody from another team would tell him.
Every team, yeah, right. I mean, but every team has somebody in that dugout looking for that. And with all the video, you don't even have to see it during the game live.
Strike 3 called, 97. He gasses up Kelenic.
see right over the top. That fastball straight as a string, 97 down the middle. Looks like the old Iron Mike. Know the old pitching machine?
Love it.
Okay.
So consistent. Here's Austin Riley. And takes it down and away. Yeah, I always thought Tobias Myers kind of was the Iron Mike. Over the top, four-seam fastball. Mears very similar. Lined, fouled on the left field line.
I would imagine Mears is going to really enjoy throwing his breaking ball here as opposed to Coors Field. He's got a curveball which really doesn't play very well in that altitude in Colorado. We'll see how it works out here.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. Can't wait to dive into the numbers, what his breaking ball looked like in Colorado, and then the movement that he's going to get on it at sea level.
Right.
1-2 to Riley. Outstanding debut from Nick Mears. A pop-up and a couple of punch-outs looking. Welcome to the Brew Crew, Nick Mears.
We're here at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk, getting set for Brewers Line postgame presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. These two teams matching each other with home runs, but a little more power and run support on the Brewers side.
Yeah, how about Willie Adames now? What a big home run from him. His 8th three-run home run of the year to put the Brewers on top. How many big home runs has he hit in his career? And a nice debut by Nick Mears from Milwaukee Brewers here.
Yeah, a lot of good storylines to follow here in this one. Adames is going to lead this inning off. We'll cover it all here from Pat Murphy. Soph will have post-game interviews as well on the field. Brewers trying to hang on to this 5-2 lead, guys.
Love it. Thanks, Krager. We got Darius Vines on the mound now for Atlanta. 4th appearance for Vines. For Willie Adames, ahead of the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. There's Yoel Payamps. Brewers were curious how they were going to navigate things late in this ball game with Trevor McGill hitting the injured list before the contest today. And Devin Williams unavailable. No back-to-backs for him yet.
I will say this. It'd be a real shot in the arm for the Brewers if Payamps can get to the form that he was a year ago. It's been a lot of up and down for Yoel so far this year, but they need him the final 2 months of the season.
So critical to the Brewers' success as an 8th inning guy last year. Handful of saves this season, was the closer in April as they were still trying to find their footing. And Trevor McGill took that closer's role and ran with it. 20 saves from McGill. And hopefully he's not out a long time. Had an MRI today on his back. Willie Adames 3 for 4 tonight. Jackson Churio coming up, but first a quick word from Gruber Law Offices.
Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. Good luck this season. One call, that's all.
Churio 1 out of 3 today. And hit it foul just to our right.
Yeah, turning point in this game is getting Holmes out of the game. No doubt about that. Look what the Brewers have done since he left. 4 runs on the board in 2 innings.
Landed that changeup for a strike. 4 runs on 5 hits in the last 2+ innings against that Atlanta bullpen. Chavez, Bummer, and now Vines. Churio, deep left. Out of here. A dozen for Jackson Churio.
Well, what could be said that hasn't been said about this guy lately? The way this guy has been able to transition into the big leagues. Incredible to watch his progress.
Took a changeup down and in and gets an early Gatorade shower. Hope he's got another uniform on reserve that he can change into for the 9th inning.
Gatorade bubblegum.
Second home run in as many days for Jackson Churio.
I hope they pick that bubblegum up. I love double bubble. The best.
See Mike Guerrero in the dugout. Biloxi Shuckers manager for the last couple of years. Sugar-free or flavored?
Oh, just sugar. They don't go sugar-free with bubblegum. What's the point?
It's true.
I always grab a handful in the bucket down in the clubhouse or in the dugout right before the game.
It is the best bubble gum for blown bubbles.
Although I do have...
you do have a sugar-free in your hand.
Sugar-free, yeah. I apologize. I grabbed the wrong one. There it is.
Sugar-free.
It's even a different wrapper.
Yeah, these are the yellow ones. Look, here's the double bubble. Sugar-free. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Rock.
It's not my usual.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You can deviate. There's a rocket into right center for Garrett Mitchell. Another base hit. Mitchell in the hit column. Now the ball gets away. It's going to head towards the Braves dugout. Now to play.
Yeah, third base. He's going to get third base. 1 from the mound, 2 from the field. That's a third error committed by the Braves. Very unusual for them. A bullet by Garrett Mitchell. And not sure who's supposed to catch it, but nobody does. 2 guys let it go.
Alvarez just backed off on the play, and Orlando Arcia was caught in no man's land. Went right by both of them. It's an E9.
Yeah, an E9. Right fielder's going to get the errors, but he shouldn't have. Second baseman, shortstop could have grabbed it. Well, let's check out tonight's time of the game winner. It's the Rally House in Chippewa Falls. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen and maybe a couple of double bubbles. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Hoskins fouls it away. Tell you what, if the Rally House shows up, we'll give you a whole bucket full of those double bubbles.
Yeah, I'll give them the sugar-free. I don't even know why I have them in there.
They're good. They're good for blown bubbles. Hoskins, a fly ball to center. Mitchell back to tag from third. Kelnick trotting in. He will make the catch. Mitchell will tag, and the throw is laid. Sack fly from Rhys Hoskins makes it 8-2.
Not quite sure about that out in center field. I mean, Kelnick wasn't that deep. I know Mitchell runs really well, but he didn't really get his momentum toward home plate and make a strong throw into the infield. Check it out. Not to say he would have been able to get Mitchell, but he's flat-footed, holds on to it, and then throws it. That's a head-scratcher.
I mean, either he was thinking in his mind, there's no way he's tagging up on this because I'm so shallow, or he just got surprised.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense at all. Bad body language. Here's a base hit from Sal Frelick. Fourth hit of the inning against Vines.
Another changeup. This one up in the eyes of Sal Frelick. His second base hit. And again, I hate to belabor the point, but look what the Brewers have been able to do once Holmes left the game. 7 runs in 3 innings. Kind of gives you a sense how good he was. Pretty impressive major league debut as a starter.
Just 1 run, 3 hits, struck out 8, didn't walk a batter, and no 3-ball counts, as you mentioned earlier, Ron. Got ahead, stayed ahead. What a really good way to start this series, and it belabors the point too, Rock, that when you go with a guy like Holmes, who's not a traditional starter, what that does for your bullpen moving forward in the series.
And again, I mean, as the next 2 games of this series comes up, I mean, all this work from the bullpen is going to have an effect on the games tomorrow and Wednesday.
Both teams are still listed as to be determined for their starters for tomorrow's game. Freddie Peralta and Chris Sale. It's the matchup for Wednesday afternoon in the finale. Toss over to first, and Frelick is back. And a called third strike with slider. Second out of the inning.
Right on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Bryce Terang, the 7th man to hit in the inning. And he pops it up third base side. Riley getting close to the barrier, makes the catch, and the inning ends. The Brewers end up getting 3 more, 2 on 1 swing from Jackson Chourio. A dozen home runs for the Brewers' 20-year-old rookie. Braves and Brewers have reached the 9th inning. Brewers pulling away 8 unanswered runs and try and get the final 3 outs from Bryce Wilson tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while for Bryce. He did his last appearance. He threw 4 innings at Chicago against the Cubs. Only allowed 1 run.
Came in that Wednesday afternoon ball game following Rob Zastryzny. Marcell Ozuna took down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Olsen to follow, and then Murphy in this 9th inning for the Braves. And Ozuna fouls it away. Braves haven't had a hit since the 5th inning, that Orlando Arcia solo homer. Just 2 base runners since then.
Yeah, Peguero, Mears, no, Wilson. With Peguero and Mears were outstanding.
Ooh. Fouled away. Ozuna hit a majestic homer back in the 4th. And grounds one to short. Charging is Adames. And throws him out. The pitching and defense goes a long way, and the Brewers have both of those in spades. Found a way with all of the pitching injuries that they have sustained over the first 3.5 months of this season. Going into August, they're in such great position now.
And another really good start by Colin Ray. He's not going to get a win. It's not a quality start because he wasn't able to get through 6 innings, but held the Braves to 2 runs.
To short again. Adames right behind the bag. But Colin Ray does what he does. The Brewers 14-6 in games that he pitches in.
Yeah. Invaluable the last couple of years.
And now an out away from making it 15-6 in his 21 appearances.
And this guy has been money too. Bryce Wilson, last couple of years.
Starter, reliever, bulk guy. Just go get outs. Ball to strike out Sean Murphy, who's 0 for 3. More strike, 1 more out to get. Fly ball left field, and Murphy's going to extend the game as he homers to left. His 6th home run of the season. Another solo shot for Atlanta.
And there was a curveball and a 1-2 count. That was a hanger. And Murphy gets all of it way back and left.
So Bryce Wilson surrenders the homer, and now it's Laureano. He takes strike 1. Drew a walk in the 7th inning, and before that homer was the last base runner for Atlanta. On the ground to third, Ortiz charges, and that's the ball game. 8-3, the Brewers take game 1 against the Braves.
Now the Brewers offense alive and well. Last 2 games, 14 runs on the board. After scuffling for a while. Good job by the bullpen once again tonight, and Colin Ray does his thing.
Well, the Brewers found their home run stroke. Big 3-run blast by Willie Adames. Didn't need any more after that. For Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minert, our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying so long. We got Craig and Vinny standing by for Brewers Live. That's coming your way next.
Colin Ray solid on the mound again for Milwaukee. His team wins behind him thanks to a Willie Adames home run. Brewers were behind early. That put him on top. We'll hear from Pat Murphy. We'll hear from Jackson Churio, who had a big home run as well, next on Brewers Live. Welcome to Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Good night of baseball here on a Monday as the Brewers beat the Atlanta Braves 8-3 to open up the 3-game series as we're midway through the homestand. And Milwaukee has now won 2 straight games and are trying to build their lead in the Central to +7 right now. How about this guy, Grant Holmes, mowing down Brewer batters in his first big league start. But the veteran Colin Ray says, no. This is my park, pal. I may have fallen behind early, but this guy is picking up the slack. Willie Adames, a big 3-run home run in the 6th inning. The Brewers were down, then they were up, and one swing of the bat and win this one again, 8-3 the final. At the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports has Craig Kashan and Vinny Rattino with you here tonight. Good ball game all the way around between both these teams, really. Colin Ray kind of picking up the slack, did not record the victory here today, but man, he kept this team very much in it.
It's what he's been doing all year. Colin Ray, 5 1/3 innings pitch, kept his team in the game in order to come back and win it, and then the bullpen did a phenomenal job of closing the door. 3 home runs by this Brewers team, including that huge 3-run home run. I feel like that's a broken record every time that Willie Adames hits a big home run. Huge home run by him to put the Brewers on top, and then the bullpen closes the door.
Yeah, he's got 8 3-run home runs this season alone. Now has 70 RBIs on the season, and he is part of a big 6th inning for the Brewers. That's our highlight to get us going here for how the Brewers came back to win this one, because they were trailing, or they were up, they were trailing 2-1 when they get things going in that inning, and it's Bryce Terang getting things going at the top of the order.
Bryce Terang just dumps one into center field, then he steals his 32nd stolen base of the season. William Contreras ends up walking, and then Jake Bowers. It's a little bit of a muff play right here by Nacho, the second baseman right there, the rookie from the Atlanta Braves, and then Willie Adames puts the exclamation point on this game right here with that 3-run home run, like you said, Gregor, his 8th of the season. Actually, his 71st RBI. He's tied for 8th in RBIs in all of baseball. This is their leader. This is their emotional leader, and he has not missed a game all season long. He's been sitting there right in the middle of their order playing shortstop, the captain of the defense, with the big home run tonight.
Brewers hit 3 home runs on the night here. Jackson Churio, Reese Hoskins as well. We'll go over all of that, but first let's head down to the field. Sophia standing by with our post-game guest, Jackson Churio.
Jackson, 2 más hits, otro home run, ahora tiene 12 para la temporada. ¿Cómo se siente con su bateo y su confianza?
No, súper contento. Gracias a Dios están saliendo las cosas y pudimos ganar más.
I asked Jackson just to get 2 more hits, another home run here today, his 12th of the season, how he's feeling about the at-bats and the confidence. He said, yeah, I'm obviously feeling great, happy that things are going the way that we're going, and obviously winning the game here today. Y hoy también Reese Hoskins, Willie Adames, otro home run para 3 runs. ¿Qué puede decir de la ofensa del equipo hoy?
Bueno, la verdad que es súper divertido, ¿sabes? Nos lo gozamos y contentos. Nos queda solamente disfrutar ahorita.
I asked him just with Reese Hoskins and Willie Adames, the big 3-run homer, how the offense is going overall. He said, yeah, we're having a lot of fun right now. He said, we're all having fun. It's supposed to be fun. And he said, that's coming through with how they're playing right now. Y, Jackson, ¿quiénes les están ayudando para sentir más confianza con su bateo?
Y la verdad que todo. Me he sentido súper bien últimamente y nada, súper contento, la verdad.
I asked him just who's been helping him feel confident at the plate here with the results he's been getting here lately. He said, really, everyone's been helping me and making a big difference for him so far. So, gracias, Jackson.
Gracias.
All right, good stuff down there from Sophia and Jackson Churio. And the Brewers a winner 8-3 here. And let's look at that home run by Jackson Churio in the 8th inning. Been back-to-back games now with home runs for the young 20-year-old.
Yeah, and at this point in the game was somewhat still in question, and that Jackson Churio just puts it out of reach right here and made the ball game 7-2. That was an 0-2 changeup. What rookie at 20 years old hits an 0-2 changeup out of the ballpark? He's got such strong hands, and it's so cool what he said about how he's so receptive to being not necessarily coached, but encouraged by his teammates. He learns. You can tell that this kid doesn't have any kind of an ego, and it's awesome that he is learning from the veterans on this team like Willie Adames, William Contreras, Reese Hoskins, and the like. So just a great job and great development by Jackson Churio.
It's interesting because, that statement, you go all the way back to spring training early on in the season. Pat Murphy, everyone's saying on this team that they are going to support him in multiple ways. And I don't think you offer that unless the kid can accept it and understand it and deal with it.
That's exactly right. Yeah, just to be open to being able, but not too coachable, confident enough that you are still believing, you believe in your ability, you believe in your talent, but then you are still open to taking some tutelage and some mentorship from some of the older guys. Just a phenomenal job all the way around from the top down, organizational challenge to really develop this kid. And they have, and my goodness, what do they have on their hands here? A potential superstar, really.
Well, it is amazing how many young kids are in that outfield right now and even in the infield for the Brewers, and how this guy, just 3-4 months in to his first big league season, looks like a veteran for sure. All right, we're going to take a break and come back with, actually, we're not. We're going to talk a little defense here. Obviously, it continues to be really strong for Milwaukee. We got a home run, Rob. We got everything going on here.
Yeah, how many center fielders can go back for the Brewers and do this right here that Garrett Mitchell is able to go back, find the wall, and then leap up? Maybe that one doesn't get out, but you know what? Colin Ray's like, I'm glad that you did catch that. And then after a leadoff walk, Joey Ortiz starts this really nifty double play right here. After the leadoff walk to Ramon Laureano gets Duvall to ground out into the 5-4-3 double play. That's not an easy double play to turn. Wasn't hit all that hard. Feeds a nice feed as he does all year long, has done all year long to Bryce Terang, and then Bryce Terang has been completing those double plays in his sleep, really. Yeah. And just a nice double play right there to erase that leadoff walk.
Defense strong for the Brewers, not so much for the Braves. They commit 3 errors, and they all had to do with some runs here in this game. Colin Ray on the bump. We'll take a look at his matchup next. Brewers Live on Bally Sports Wisconsin is presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. by Feldco Windows, Siding and Doors, improving lives one home at a time. And by Wisconsin State Fair. All right, we are back here at the ballpark, and believe it or not, the roof is open, and it is starting to rain on us.
We're getting rained on, Craig.
We're getting a little bit rained on, so we'll dry out some sheets later, and it's not going to melt us, so, right? We're okay.
I don't want to know what this is going to do to this hair right here, though.
Well, neither do I, but it's worth a look. That's all I've got to say, because I don't have those issues anymore. All right, back at the Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. Sports Desk, Craig Kishon and Vinny Rottino, the handsome man over to my left. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this game, and it was Grant Holmes. He's had 10 relief appearances for Atlanta this year, has never started a big league game, and you would never know it. Look at his line. 5 innings, no walks, 8 strikeouts, only gave up a run. That is phenomenal stuff. And then Colin Ray on the other side still as solid as it gets.
Yeah, I mean, Grant Holmes, the Brewers couldn't do anything with him. They couldn't wait for him to leave the ball game, because once he did, the Brewers finally started hitting and scoring some runs. They scored 7 runs once he left the game, but 5 innings pitched from Holmes, 3 hits, only 1 earned run. That was the home run by Rhys Hoskins. He had 11 of 18 first pitch strikes, 0 3-ball counts. He was 18 of 19 landing the curveball. He had 4 strikeouts on the curveball. He had multiple outpitch weapons. Brewers had no answer for them, and all of a sudden now the Braves have a potential starting pitcher to fill in some of these injuries that they've had in their starting rotation.
Yeah, these two teams really, really similar path line, losing star position players, losing star pitchers, injury after injury, and trying to patch things together. Yet, if the regular season were to end today, these two would match up in the playoffs, believe it or not. So they've really hung together well. Colin Ray, again, let's take a look at what he did out on the mound here. A couple of solo home runs, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, just 4 earned runs now in the last 3 starts. That covers 16 innings of work for Colin Ray, 5 1/3, just 3 hits. Had 3 ground ball outs, 15 of 21 first pitch strikes. Had the sweeper working as usual. 11 out of 16 with strikes on that pitch. 3 punch outs on that pitch. 6 total strikeouts on the sweeper. So 21 strikeouts now for Colin Ray in the last 16 innings of work. Those last 3 starts of his. Now, that is a big step up from him. He's not typically a strikeout guy. He's not even really a guy that's been able to get a strikeout per inning. He's been that and more in these last 3 outings. Hopefully he can continue this stretch, because he's been really good in these last 3. It's a season of adjustments for everybody, isn't it? Yeah, no, totally. I mean, it is. And he looks so confident the way that the ball is coming out of his hand. You could tell that he knows exactly where the ball is going, and he knows what that sweeper is going to do as he rips through that out in front. It's really, really impressive how that pitch is breaking right now. Bullpen remains strong behind him. Hobie Milner came in with the runner on and quickly got the final 2 outs of that 6th inning. And then Elvis Peguero. Nick Mears makes his Brewer debut. Man, did he look sharp. Bryce Wilson finished up the 9th inning, gave up a solo home run in that one. But really, your thoughts on Nick Mears? Yeah, Nick Mears was outstanding. 98 miles per hour at that last pitch. He had 2 strikeouts in this outing. He looked really, really comfortable on the mound in his first outing, right? I mean, who goes into an appearance first time with a first place team, coming from a last place team, from the worst bullpen in all of baseball in the Colorado Rockies, and he's now into one of the best bullpens in the league in first place. And he looked really comfortable. Looks like he's ready to contribute. All right, we're going to take a break, come back with more here from Pat Murphy, get you set for tomorrow. Brewers could be acquiring pitching as well. Want to hang around for that news. So stick around. Brewers Live postgame rolls out.
The kid struck out 7 out of the first 9 hitters of the game, but we kept pecking away. You know, and there's some key moments, but none bigger than Willie's homer Hoskins sneaks in another homer. Churio sneaks in a homer, but
Brewers Live on Bally Sports Wisconsin is presented by Keck Furniture. Visit Wisconsin's oldest furniture store, Keck Furniture, downtown Watertown. Distinctly different. All right, 8-3, the Brewers over the Braves. Good start to this three-game series between two playoff-bound teams. At this point, the Brewers trail 2-0 early in this game, but put the home run ball in gear. Rhys Hoskins in the fifth gets the Brewers on the board.
Yeah, solo shot for him. That was on a 1-1 slider, 91 miles per hour against the guy that the Brewers had no answer for. And then Willie Adames with that 3-run shot. And Jackson Churio added on with that 2-run home run to put the Brewers up 7-2 at that point. Brewers now have 111 home runs on the season, actually tied for 19th, believe it or not. You thought they would hit a few more home runs than that this year, but they're tied for 19th. But they did add on 3 tonight.
Yeah, the Braves home run happy coming into this game. They had hit 10 over their last 3 games. Tonight they hit 3 more, and Marcell Ozuna absolutely crushed a ball that went into the golf galaxy somewhere. I'm sure the simulator up there may have thought that was like a 300-yard drive.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a human hit a ball that far, that hard.
Ricky Weeks, my friend.
That's true.
He hit the windows
he
up
hit it
there.
above that shot. So maybe the second farthest ball I've ever seen a human hit.
Farthest.
But Colin Ray, how about Colin Ray, though? Doesn't care. This is his MO. Just goes out and strikes out the next 2 guys. Doesn't care that a guy just hit a ball into orbit against him. Such a phenomenal job.
The best home runs given up are the solo ones, right?
Now,
and the Brewers only gave up 3 of those.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You can
won
survive
the game
those.
8-3. Yep, indeed. All right, let's listen in on Pat Murphy here right now. He talks about the start of this game, the first 5 innings, and it was Grant Holmes mowing down his hitters before they got going.
The kid struck out 7 out of the first 9 hitters of the game. But we kept pecking away, and there's some key moments, but none bigger than Willie's homer. Hoskins sneaks in another homer. Churio sneaks in another homer, but a lot of key moments. Sal getting that bunt down to get going, and Ortiz hitting a big extra base hit. Terang hitting a single to lead it off. A lot of good moments there. Damas had a great night. It's good. The kid plays every single night, and he comes up big so often. It's really kind of cool. So the pitching staff was really good. Colin Ray gave us another great start. Milner again. What can you say? Aguirre. Huck gave us a great. Mears. Huck gave us a great inning, and Billy, you can trust Billy to get in there. So that was great outing for the pitching staff.
What do you make of Hoskins' month? He's got 12 hits, but 7 are homers. I just don't see something like that very often. What do you think of how that's gone?
Yeah, if you get 12 hits a month, 7 homers is good. If there's 1 homer and 12 hits, then that's